Here's our long-awaited DIY. I pray you get to make these super fun projects and show me a picture once you're done. So it is time for us to do some DIYs. I'm not going to be on here with a bunch of gum flapping. So I'm going to share with you the first DIY. Remember I said we're going to try to do 5. And I'll show you what they look like. Prayerfully, we'll be able to also have some finished projects you can see from the beginning to the end. Excuse me. They're going to be super quick, so that it's something you can get done in a relatively short amount of time, because I'm all about, excuse me. Hey, you guys, so here we are to start our DIYs. I'm going to do my best to do 5 DIYs. And so the first one we're going to be making is this necklace pendant, which I absolutely love. And so I'm going to share with you what you need to make it. And I'll share with you the pros and cons of using the specific item I'm going to tell you that you'll need. But obviously, I'm not going to paint the circular piece on camera. I'm just going to show you how to make the pendant using, guess what? Hair ties, right? Because I said this is going to be a quick DIY. So what you'll want to do when you get ready to make your hair ties is you're going to want to purchase these round discs. I already shared with you that you can get these from Michael's or any of your local craft stores. They come in huge packs, right? You can do circles, you can do squares. The squares can then be turned on their side to look like trapezoids. You can do the teardrop shape. I even have some of the little, I don't know what you would call them, kind of like a cloud design or daisy design. So whatever you want to paint with, but this is the beautiful pendant necklace that we're going to be making today. So the items that you need, I'm going to show you right quick. And let's get started. That's going to be our first project, okay? Okay, so let's get started. So the first item you're going to need is a pack of these headbands, and I got these from the Dollar Tree. So these are stretchy. You'll notice that they stretch. Now, mind you, I'll say the plus side is that they pretty much can fit. They're like a one size fits all, but if you have a really large neck, they may feel too tight and there's no way to expand these. I would think to troubleshoot that, what you could do is cut the edges off and add like some of those little bars that have the circle on the end. They're metal pieces like this. They have a bar on the end. I'll see if I can find some, but I don't think I have them close at hand. And then you can create a little clasp hook, and then you can still have you a stretchy choker. So that's just something to keep in mind. Also, you're gonna have to pull it over your hair. So if you have big hair, like I have braids, so my hair is pretty thick. So I do wanna show you that when you go and you keep pulling it, it will tend to fray, like right here at the stress points. So when you put it on, you're gonna wanna pull from the sides, holding the little metal piece and putting it on that way versus pulling that way, because it's gonna stretch. So I'm not sure if you wanna make these for sale or if you just wanna make them as a gift, but you wanna be sure to troubleshoot your band plan for the most part, right? But this is such a super cute idea. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on. And I made 2 of these, and what happened was when I made them, I was like, oh my gosh, they would be super cute choker pieces. You also, if you didn't want to add it to the elastic band, but here we're doing quick projects today, right? You could add these to a pair of hoop earrings, right? So you could take it off of there and you could swing that down and it could hang from, let me get it right. It could hang from a pair of hoop earrings that way. Or you could put it on a chain, you could put it on a ribbon, you can put these on anything that you want. But today we're going to be making them with the Dollar Tree headbands. So you're going to need 1 headband, you're going to need a large jump ring, and I tend to buy the jump rings that come in multiple sizes. So you're going to need a larger diameter jump ring. You're also going to need a smaller jump ring to connect that one to. And this was actually a request from Diva Styles as well. She asked me about how I connect my jump rings, and so I'm going to show you how I go about connecting my jump rings. I don't always open them up and put them on. Sometimes I glue them to the actual item. So you'll notice that on the back of here, I glued this jump ring to the back of the actual item instead of drilling a hole, because at the time I didn't have a drill. And I was like, okay, well, I still want to make something. How am I going to finish it up? And so I ended up just gluing it to the back, and we did it that way. So I want to show you what else you're going to need. You're going to need a stud or some type of piece to be your cover for your jump ring so it can look finished out. You don't have to worry about the jump ring peeling off. So you're going to need a headband, 2 jump rings, any painted piece that you have that you've already designed, and 1 little metal stud or flat back cabochon or a bead. Now, the other day you'll notice that I painted these and I was going to make them into earrings, but what I realized is there was a design flaw. I realized that they weren't the same size, so by them not being the same size, let me adjust this light, I couldn't use them for earrings. So I said, well, why don't I just turn them into a really cool pendant? So it's going to sit like this on my necklace, and it's going to look like that. Let me adjust something right quick. Oh, I don't think it'll let me do it while I'm recording. Okay. Well, anyway, there we go. It brightened up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our I use E6000 glue. And what I normally would do is put it on my workstation, but I don't want to do that today because I don't want to accidentally start getting stuff stuck all over the place. So again, in advance, you would design your piece however you want, using whatever you want, whatever type of jewelry item you create. And then you're going to get just a little bit of glue. Well, I'll show you how much. At least enough to cover the end of your brush or whatever you use to apply the glue. So this is going to be the top of my piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue right at the edge. That's probably way more than I need, but to me, it's better to have more than you need and let's cover it up and clean it up at the end than to not have enough and it come off, because I do plan to sell my jewelry items. So therefore, I want it to be neat and polished. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the section of the jump ring that opens up. There's a line right there where you would separate it and open it up. And so I'm going to take the line and I'm going to lay it down on the glue, because you don't want the line up where the piece is going to show up here, right? Because if you have the line up where the piece is going to show up there, then it could either come loose or it could fray the necklace piece, and you don't want that. So make sure I'm telling you right. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue that down. And what I'm going to do next is take one of the flat back cabochons we just talked about. And remember I told you these had the little white backs on them, if depending on which ones you get. And so what you want to do is make sure to peel that off, because over time, once that dries, it could peel itself off. Let me see if it'll come off. It's giving me a bit of a hard time. Well, it's not, it's not coming off, so we're just going to glue it down and see and hope for the best, right? So what I did was I took one of the flat back cabochons. I'm going to put it on the spot where we put the glue. And I'm just going to press down. Now we have our jump ring on. Now what I do want to do is just push this down and make sure you can't see the cabochon from the front, okay? Because you want a clean looking piece. You don't want to be able to see it from the front. You want to make sure this is straight on so that your cabochon sits, your necklace pendant sits straight. And that's how I apply my jump rings. So when you wonder, well, what else can I do if I don't have a drill or I'm not able to drill holes or all I have is a hole punch? There you've created a necklace bell. And in creating that necklace bell, now you're going to be able to add it here to this super cute necklace. So again, I said this is going to be a quick project. So what I'm going to do, my pliers are actually not where I can get to them. So we're going to take the smaller jump ring. We're going to pull towards ourselves, open the jump ring up. But because that's still wet now, if we weren't on camera, you'd want to let that dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up and I'm going to slide it gently onto the hairband because I don't want to fray the hairband. It's giving me a bit of a fit. Okay. So I got the hairband on. I have the jump ring around it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide our created piece over the jump ring. I'm going to see if I can reach the pliers without messing anything up. Hold on. So I was able to get to my needle nose pliers. So what we're going to do, and I don't want to move this too much, because the glue is still wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close up the jump ring, right? Just like I showed you the other day. And now you have a super cute necklace made out of a hair tie. Was that not a quick DIY project or what? Let me show you what it looks like on. Hey, you guys, so look at what it will look like on. Of course, this is one I already made. I'm gonna make one more just so you can see it as well. Hopefully I didn't put that on backwards, which I think that I did. So, but notice how easily it goes over my hair. But the only thing is I should be pulling it from the back so that it doesn't tear up here. But I did put super glue up there. I'm not going to sell this one. This is mine that I wear every now and again for myself. But it's so comfortable. It's not tight at all. But I have a bit of a, I don't have a small neck. I have a regular size neck. I mean, I'm not a small girl, but I mean, it'll fit, right? And so there you go. And you can always turn it into the type where it has the, I want to say they're called bell clasp, but I'll figure it out, right? And I'll be able to tell you in the next video. But look how super cute that is. Hey, right? So anyway, that's what it's going to look like when you go to wear it. And think about how many you can wear, how many you can make. I got a string on there, but how super cute these are and what great gifts they're going to make. So I showed you on the back. Look how easy it was to attach the jump ring to the back. Put a stud, finish it out, and now you have a super cute choker. So we're going to sit that one over there off to dry, and then I'm going to show you how to make one more. So same concept or same choker, but this time we're going to be using a different pendant because I had made these and wanted them to be earrings, but I was like, they are so super huge. I don't think that would make a comfortable earring, and they're kind of, to me, they're kind of heavy. I'm sure somebody else that doesn't have long ear holes like me, they could probably get away with wearing them, but I didn't want to make them into an earring. I just felt like they were too big. So we're also going to use the same jump rings and the same super cute bell. So stand by. I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this heart into a super cute choker just like this. Okay, you guys, so let's make another one. So this is not one of the, this is one of the 5 that we're going to make today. So, oops, I got to hurry up, right? Because I want to help you make some other stuff. So again, you need your string from your pack of headbands from the Dollar Tree. They had multiple colors and multiple thicknesses, but I felt like these were the most loosey-goosey ones. And so that's what I picked up. And I don't even know, the idea just came to me one day and I said, I'm going to try to make some. And so they're just super cute. So again, we have our E6000 glue. You get just enough to put right there. So you have your pre-made pendant of whatever you want to do, however you want it. And what I'm going to do is put the glue right there in the middle of the V of the heart. And I should have put it up a little closer. Smoothed it out a little bit. And then again, we're going to take our large jump ring. And what I'm going to do is the side that has the notches in it. See right there? That's going to go face down into the glue. And what I do also, and I didn't do this in the last one, is I cover that up just a little bit. So I put the glue over that notch area. And the reason I do that is because I don't want that ring to lift up for any reason. So now I'm going to take our flat back cabochon piece. Remember I told you you can use any little dots or cabochons that you want. I just happen to have these that I love that were close at hand when I thought about this tutorial today. You're going to put it on the back to cover that up. It's going to give it a nice finish, number 1. And number 2, it's going to make sure that your jump ring is adhered and doesn't loosen up. Also, what you want to do is you want to look at it from the front and from the back and just make sure that you can't see it, right? Because I don't want to see it from the front when I'm wearing my earring. And I also don't want to see any glue coming from in between there either. Okay? So that looks really good. So we're going to lay it down and now we're going to attach it to the necklace piece. So I'm going to move that over. I'm going to close my glue up right quick because it's already looking a hot mess, right? I have an extra 2, but I'm like you. I want to be economical as it comes to my craft supplies. So I want to get all that glue out of there I can get, right? So now we're going to take our needle nose pliers. You could use a flat back pair of pliers as well. And that'll work perfectly. And so I'm just going to open up the jump ring by pulling it towards me. I'm gonna open it up as far as I can. I'm gonna slide it across the headband. Now I wanna do that gently only because these are made of a fabric and they can fray, I would assume, and I don't want them to. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the jump ring on the heart and the jump ring, ooh, it's wet, so I better just, I'm going too fast, so let's lay it back down. Okay, let's lay it down and do it on the table. So we have the jump ring on here on our necklace. And so if this were dry, right, this is like when you do a cooking show and you're working on camera, it can be a bit challenging. So I guess what I could do is let me put it on the jump ring first. Well, let's just see if I can get it to cooperate. Let me lay it that way. And that way, uh-oh. It won't let me be great today. What's that all about? Come on and help me out. Come on, help me out. Y'all, nothing is perfect. So look, my husband and I think I told y'all this, we filmed a pilot with HGTV DIY. We were always having to do retakes because it's unscripted television. So sometimes you have to redo stuff. So hey, in show business, you just keep it going till you get it like you want it. So I'm gonna do my best to close it and pray it doesn't come off, but if it does, we'll just glue it back on, okay? Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me just close this up one more little bit. Thank you, God, for blessing this thing to work with me. Ooh, and happy Mother's Day. I know I said that on my other video. I moved that out of the way a little bit. I'm going to go back and re-glue this after we get off film too because I was moving it so much. But look. Super, super cute. So I'm going to lay that one down so you can see it. Look how cute these necklaces are. I'm not going to pick that up again. Let's just let it be great. But look how cute they are, right? And then the one I have on standby. So is that not the cutest ever? And so listen, I mean, you can make so many of these. I'm not sure what you would sell them for, but I mean, think about your time, think about your materials, think about your artwork. If I was gonna sell them, I'd probably sell them somewhere between $15 and $20. That's just me. But hey, you know, if you make them in multiples and because the materials are so inexpensive and you just wanna sell them to make a little bit of money, whatever floats your boat. But they are gorgeous. On to the next project. I'm talking too much.